Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is Intuitive Tarot. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Glad to see you all are returning. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes as well. Hopefully the reading resonates with you. Hugs and kisses to all of you. Hopefully you all are doing extraordinarily well. Extraordinarily well. Making sure you're staying prayed up. Make sure you're calling for your energy back from people, places, things that no longer serve your higher self. Call on Archangel Michael or Archangel Metatron to do that. All right. Make sure you are calling for your energy back from people, whether they're lovers, whether they're past frenemies, you know what I'm saying, family members, whatever it is that you, and whoever it is you walked away from, clear your energy, your space of those people. You know what I'm saying? That energy. Call for your energy back. All right. We're going to pull a few cards, get a message out, but overall, hopefully the message resonates. This could be a past, present, something moving forward, future. You know, when it comes to what you're manifesting, only you know what's on your journey. Only you know your testimony. All right. Everybody's path is different. Everybody's purpose is not the same. All right. We're going to see what's in the energy currently right now that you need to know. All right. This entire reading may not resonate with you, so do keep that in mind. Gender is also fluid. Okay. Overall energy. What are we dealing with? What's going on? Overall energy. Show me what's going on. Somebody could be a DMV worker. Somebody could be a DMV worker. Department of Motor Vehicles. Somebody works there. Whoever this reading resonates with. Or whatever part of the reading resonates. Or somebody, this could be involving someone that works at a DMV. You got July out here. Next card, you got 3 cards that came out. All right. The next card, because they know that you will bring them up on charges if you find out. So that could be possibly a DMV worker that knows whatever it is that they put out there, or whatever information they shared, illegally or something like that. Somebody did something with your information, but it's like, or somebody called somebody they had a connect with. They know somebody that works at the DMV. They got some information. Somebody knows because they know that you will bring them up on charges if you find out. A DMV worker may have told you something, or somebody at a DMV may have been involved in somebody, having some information, or, them being irresponsible, you know what I'm saying? Or, misguided, when it came to them maybe helping somebody or saying something to somebody that was maybe like playing some type of, I'm saying, how some folks will be trying to be slick about what they ask or what they talk about because they looking to get a certain answer about whatever it is they want to find out. So somebody may have, called somebody at a DMV, or somebody at a DMV, use your information, or they told something about it or something like that to like involve you in something. Man or woman. This could have happened in July. Could have been this July. Could have been last July. Next card. Use your discernment. It came out in reverse, but I'm not gonna take it as that. Um, you may not have used your discernment with something in the past, or somebody doesn't know that you use your discernment, like you have the gift of discernment, or you may not be using it. You may need to use your discernment when it comes to whoever this is or whatever this is about. At the top of my deck, you got nurse in reverse. So somebody may have used to be a nurse. So maybe if somebody in the past was like a maybe a CNA nurse, a nurse of some sort. Maybe you did some nursing in the past or something like that. Or somebody was a nurse in the past and may have had a job as a nurse at one time. Whoever this second party or third party is. I'm also getting somebody may not be thinking you will use your discernment when it comes to somebody, or somebody knows that you will, because they know that you will bring them up on charges. If you find out, I feel like somebody they know this because they know you use your discernment. That's why it's in reverse. Somebody know you gonna use your discernment, and you gonna know exactly who this is. You got the sun at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Leo with the Chariot. Leo, Cancer. With the Ten of Wands, Sagittarius. Knight of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles in reverse. I split the deck on the sun in reverse with the Two of Wands. Somebody could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries with this Two of Wands, and Leo with the sun in reverse. Somebody feels it's like, they gonna have to find a new way to express themselves and represent themselves, because I feel like somebody now feels like this, it's like them now having, like I said, find more, relevant ways to, shine their light or let their light shine. Because I feel like somebody may have been standing in somebody else's light, or trying to live, or trying to dim somebody else's light because they shit, you know what I'm saying, it's not where it need to be at. So it's like somebody may be, trying to put your light out, you know what I'm saying, up, when it comes to how people see them. And this could be a family member for some of you, like a sibling, or this is like somebody that, you look at like family. It could be somebody in your family, it doesn't have to be, somebody as close as a sibling, but it's like somebody that don't like, how they see themselves, even if they don't say it out loud. It's just something that they actions show. They actions show, exactly, why they, do the things they do the way they do them. You know what I'm saying? The way they think. Because now it's like somebody, may not have had whatever somebody's, actions were like, whatever they were able to do, whatever, pull they have had in the past, or whatever, advantage they may have had, at one time, like somebody doesn't have that now. So it's like now they have to, it's like somebody losing that control they once had on the situation. Like they may have been able to manipulate something, like somebody may have been able to use your social, use your identification, use your name in something, on paperwork, or using your name to, get something done, or being able to use, people that they know in certain areas that they need help in, when it comes to them getting information, or manipulating, however you, or whatever it is that you into. You know what I'm saying? Making blockages, creating obstacles for you. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like I said, somebody now is taking that leap of faith, or they, see that you are taking a leap of faith when it comes to taking action. And this may be somebody at one time that didn't think, that you would. Especially if they knew you weren't going to find out. If it's something they felt like, if some time went by and they got comfortable, it's like a moment of truth happened. Like somebody ended up getting, either somebody may have, brought something to their attention, or, they just ended up, realizing how easy, it is to find something out, even if they, not trying. Because somebody has to get the discernment. They use their intuition, but, they may have gotten away with something for a while. When it comes to, manipulating, other people's free will, their identity, their information and things like that, personal information, or just using somebody job title, because I'm getting somebody may work like in a, a place like this, or they may work like at a records place like Vital Records or something like that. Just using it as an example. This is somebody that will have like a family member, or somebody that's related, or somebody that's they close to, or they, they trust them, or, will do a favor for them, here, especially if they don't normally ask this person for anything anyway. But ain't no telling what story they gave or will give. This is how somebody think. So just go with it, right? They'll use people that they know that they normally don't ask nothing from or of for a favor. And when they do, it's like, giving them a story, about what they're going through before they just ask them for a favor. Because I'm getting one time, I remember hearing a guy tell some police, a whole long drawn out story about how his baby mama, is on meds and stuff like that, put all her business out there, kind of move things faster in his favor. Because before the police even showed up, he was telling the girl that he was going to say that. And he was telling her play by play how it was going to go. And how she, and she was adopted. So she didn't really have any biological family to call and support, to, be in her corner, her defense, so she could have somebody that, would narrate, or, just improvise or step in, intervene, when they had sometimes, and they were young parents, you know what I'm saying? But by the time the police got there, he was basically trying to get the play-by-play going like he told her it would go, so he can prove to her like he had more control, like, manipulating her, not only her free will, but, manipulating her intuition and her discernment of like taking her power, standing in her power, you know what I'm saying? And not letting, obstacles be something that slow her down or deter her from, making the right choice, you know what I'm saying, or speaking up for herself, even if it takes, being arrested, you know what I'm saying, so you can separate yourself from this person and actually talk to somebody that'll listen. But he was trying to manipulate the whole situation before the police even got there to make it so, like he told her it would be. And the officer was like, listen, I want to know why I got called out here right now, just now. I don't want to hear about days and weeks and months ago. I want to hear about tonight, what happened tonight. And I was like, click, boom, exactly. We don't want to hear about all that right there, because I feel like that officer already knew. This is the thing about um, and somebody could be this DMV is giving me domestic violence too. Like I'm getting that off of them abbreviation too. So somebody could be, in that situation. So for me to bring that up, because when I looked down at the car after I just got through saying what I was saying, I seen them initials, them abbreviation. I'm like, damn. But yeah, somebody could be, dealing with some domestic, violence, and even if it's not physical yet, it's like something that somebody knows at some point, like that, like she did, because it was a domestic situation. You know what I'm saying? But that was the thing, that person was trying to coach it into going the way he was telling her it would go, because he felt like he had more control, over how the outcome would turn out, because she was taking meds, for anxiety or something like that. But he was using it against her instead of supporting her and protecting, her illness, you know what I'm saying, from being something that was, used as at the forefront of everything, to kind of make her, somebody that's unfit. You know what I'm saying? And basically that's what he was trying to do. But right here, it's like somebody knows that you use your intuition, you use your discernment. But it's something that they feel like, if they don't watch themselves or watch you closely, like it's going to, you know what I'm saying? It's going to get out of hand. It's going to get to the point of them knowing that you're going to know exactly who this is. Because they know that you will bring them up on charges if you find out. What they feel like you're going to bring them up on charges on. What did they do? Because they know if you find out. What are they scared you're going to find out about? What are they scared you're going to bring them up on charges on? You got a Queen of Wands in reverse, and you got a Five of Swords with the Two of Cups in reverse. Somebody collaborated with somebody or worked with a lover or something like that. May have had a past lover, somebody that, was involved with somebody that may have and this could be over a relationship that, broke up, or this is somebody that feels like there's a third party here, okay? And it's like somebody may have found out, who a person's side dude was, you know what I'm saying? And it's like they may have, went out of their way to like find out things about that person, like their whole name, their birthday, maybe their social or something like that. But it's like somebody went in did something behind somebody's back, like communicating with somebody and like telling them things. But this is Queen of Wands. This is somebody that they need to watch out. This is somebody you don't want to tell your business to. This is somebody you don't want to. This could have been somebody, whoever this is, Leo. This is somebody you don't want to tell your business to. You don't want to pillow talk with this person. You don't want to, think at a time when you mourning or something like that, going through a loss or something, that this is somebody you going, a breakup or some type of, relationship issue or family, issue or something like that. This Queen of Wands, they ain't somebody you want to tell that kind of stuff to, because they'll be behind the scenes, setting some shit up, you know what I'm saying, and twisting some shit around. And before you know it, you know what I'm saying, they got your person, they got people around you, people that you involved with, somebody you involved with or something like that, people that know you, they'll have them, in their head about something that you told them or was going through, and they'll twist it and turn it and have you out here being discussed, you know what I'm saying, like folks, I'm saying, sipping tea, talking about you, and you don't even know these people. But this is somebody that you may have told some things to whoever this Queen of Wands is. Somebody, was sneaking around with them, and they may have had you, kept trying to keep you as a secret or something like that. Or they may have tried to, like keep their involvement with you, low key or something like that. But it's because this person may have somebody that work at like it's a DMV worker or something. And they could work, they could be working, like in a shelter, like for battered women or something like that. But this is somebody that, somebody was pillow talking to with, or this is somebody that, they could be somebody that's like of, authority figure, but this is somebody that is cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? They not somebody that, if they can't get in your business, and be able to, what I'm saying, like if you don't give them something to as a good enough reason for them to help you, they ain't finna help you. And they want to be in control of that help. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, even with that King of Pentacles that I saw earlier at the bottom of the deck, you gotta be careful of who you do business with and who you set up shop with. Because this is somebody that, like, if they use your name for a PPP loan, or if they use your social and things like that, like if they use, I'm telling you, like, you don't want to leave your purse or wallet, your nothing around this person, because especially if this is somebody that's dealing with another person, like a third party, and they dealing with somebody that has access to people that can get information from them for them. Like, I know they social, I know this, and it's like somebody even claiming another person, on a tax return, or they, you know what I'm saying, they using their name, as, because I remember somebody saying something about this lady's daughter social security number ended up being linked to some Hispanic guy. And when she went to go cash a check, or she went to go, her and her mom went to go somewhere, and the mom was like saying that they had to go and get like a renewal for something, for I think an ID or something. I think she was renewing a passport or something like that. She renewing an ID or something, and she had to go and get some type of renewal for something, and the lady asked her for a social and her birthday and her name, but the picture came up as some Hispanic guy. And so the lady showed her the screen that she was looking at, which she was supposed to, but she was saying that wasn't her first time seeing that working there happening. So she said whether it was a big risk for her losing her job, but she felt like it's unfair for people to be sitting out here living a life, and trying to make do with how things is right now, and somebody out here living off your social security number and your ID and stuff, and you may not never get that off your credit report. You may never be able to dispute, what's going on, because people like that worker may not have, been willing to help you, but this lady was. And that may be for somebody, like somebody may be using your social, your birthday, your ID, your photo to get, to get jobs and stuff like that, yeah, like somebody may be selling it to somebody, because that lady said that that lady printed out that information off her computer and gave it to the customer that was in front of her. The lady told her, to call authorities, you know what I'm saying, and file, a complaint and charges, on whoever, and she needed to go to the Social Security office and, let them know about her Social Security number and get them up that printout so she can have it as proof or whatever, that social belongs to her and who is using it. So somebody knows that they can be brought up on charges when they come to whatever this is. Because whoever this Queen of Wands is could be a Leo. They could have it in their chart, but it's definitely somebody that was doing some low key, low down shit, possibly to an Aquarius. with this Five of Swords out here, somebody was doing some shit, like some indirect communication, like doing some shit behind the scenes, like communicating with somebody, because it's one of them things where somebody feels as though like, yeah, it's almost like giving somebody saying, yeah, if that person find out, they're gonna press charges on you. So let's just say somebody found out that they were dealing with somebody that do this, and they went into business with them, or this person started some type of job or something like that, some new profession or something. They got into another little, um, I would say get rich quick scheme or something like that, but it's something that somebody did, or somebody's ex, or somebody's homegirl, homeboy, somebody is into. However they earn their little money, they may got a side hustle that they do, but it's like somebody realizing that they done involved you in that. Like they may have gotten some information on you and put your name in the system, and is doing something like that. Like, and you may be getting calls from people like trying to ask you about, what's going on, or like inquiring, like calling you out of the blue, different numbers or something like that. Like weird emails, even because it's something to do with somebody's using and setting up things like in your name, or they done put your name in a situation or something like that, or your information on something, or gave it to somebody, or got it from somebody and used it in some reckless way. And it could be the reason why something is ending, like a Two of Cups in reverse. Like somebody may have had like you as a side piece, and I feel like the person they may have had gotten involved with or was already involved with was into like some low down shit. And this Queen of Wands don't have to be a female. It could be a masculine in their feminine energy, just because they, dealing with, like that pettiness, that immature ass shit. Like you could be immature and be a masculine, but this is somebody that, how people say, man, it's so tacky and disgusting to see a dude gossip and be, you know what I'm saying, a bitter Betty. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm talking about, and I done heard dudes say like you got more itches out here in dudes than you do in the females. Like they, stay on one. Complaining about this, nagging about that. You know what I'm saying? The same thing they say, most people they ain't into is doing. But they be out here doing that same shit, doing that immature, low down, low vibrational, get back revenge, and I'm gonna do your friend type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So clarify this Five of Swords. Clarify the Five of Swords. Because they know you will bring them up on charges. What's this Five of Swords about? Yeah, Page of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. With the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse now, Gemini. So somebody, they asking questions. Like somebody now, is... This is like somebody want to come in with some type of news about something. I ain't gonna even really say it news, but it's, what I'm saying, it's some sort of news, of change. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like somebody wanting to know or tell you about, like, some curiosity questions. Somebody's curious, like they talking to somebody and they asking questions, like somebody want to know, like, do you know if they still stay here? Do they this, do they that? You know what I'm saying? Do you think they know? You know what I'm saying? If I go, if I go toward them, you think they gonna know I got this way, or do you think they gonna? It's like somebody feeling like, if you tell somebody, oh, I stole. You know what I'm saying? I back in the day I used to boost stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you tell somebody that and now you got a decent job, you may be working offshore, just using it as an example. But the fact that you told somebody you used to boost stuff, steal stuff, and now you working offshore, it's still not gonna be far from somebody's mind that you used to bullshit. So even if you saying, oh, I ain't gonna go back to doing, I got a good job, this, and this. But it depends on the person you told that to. They may still feel like, man, push come to shove, they lose that damn offshore job, they'll be right back to doing that shit. Like, you can't, put nothing past people like that, because we ain't no telling where they was in their life that they did that. But some folks ain't gonna let it go. They'll use certain things, or try to create moments like that for you to put you, in a bad situation to where you are, damn near like try anything, or go along with something just to get out of the situation, which is only designed to make it worse, because that's the way they set it up. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just think, when you telling somebody your situation, that they got your best interest at heart. Some of them just want to make more obstacles for you because they created that one. They like seeing you the one you're in. So you got to be mindful of who you tell your business to. You know what I'm saying? Because some folks ain't. I always say this: a motherfucker don't need to be digging dirt on nobody if you ain't gonna use it to get yourself to a point in your life where you could be a better you. Don't dig up dirt on somebody to go throw it in their damn face, because at the end of the day, they dirt is the reason why they shining right now. They dirt is the reason why they can talk about their shit in what you found out better than you, and add more detail to it than you can, and say it all with a smile. That's the difference in you and them. That's the difference in you and somebody else, is the fact that when you trying to pull up somebody else's past or throw their past out here to random people, it is just making you look fucked up, because most people gonna be wondering why you so pressed and how you know so much. In the same breath, you got people that's gonna come behind you, fake profile or they regular profile, and dump on your ass. It's always gonna be like that. You never gonna be able to put dirt on somebody's name without somebody putting a pile of shit on yours. And then you're gonna be sitting in the house, you know what I'm saying? Folks go to sit in the house and antisocial hollering about, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I just see stuff different now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm woke now. Like, no, your ass embarrassed now. Your ass done got called out now. Your ass done click boom now. That's just it. That's just it. And some folks don't realize, the shit that they do is bound to, you know what I'm saying, catch up with them even if they don't want it to. And they be worried about the person they did it to, finding out when the shit that is really going to happen is the fact that they ancestors. The universe is going to set it up, and it's designed for it to be exposed. Whether it's 2 years, 2 hours, 2 years later. Just be prepared for it to come out. Don't be focused on whether the person going to know, or, is these individuals going to know I did them like this? Yes, they going to know if you had to ask. But I feel like somebody is curious, you know what I'm saying, to know what a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius knows. Do you think that, you know what I'm saying, do you think that they know I went to somebody, you know what I'm saying, or I went behind their back? You think they know I talked to somebody? You think they going to know or find out who I talked to, or that I went here? Yeah. If you got to fucking ask, you know. That's how you know you know. And when you know, you damn know. And when they know you know, they know. That's it. That's all. Okay? Tell me something about this Queen of Wands in reverse. Tell me something about this Queen of Wands in reverse. Because they asking questions now. Like, they behind the scenes trying to figure out, like, who said what. Do you know this? You think they're going to find out that? Yeah. What's the Queen of Wands in reverse? Tell me something about this Queen of Wands in reverse. What's this Queen of Wands in reverse about? Yeah. Got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And the Two of Swords. What did I say? And the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Gemini again. Somebody got some psychological issues. And I ain't no damn therapist, but... like they say, ain't no killer, but don't push me. Because somebody here is stuck, trapped, could be looking at jail time with this Eight of Swords. Because they refuse to change. Got the Death in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Somebody could have been, not wanting to accept, some of the things and the behavior that they have being something that'll catch up to them. But you got the Two of Swords out here. And you got the Two of Pentacles. 222 can be significant. 2222 could be of significance as well. But take it how it resonates. This could be, somebody that, done fucked around and found out. Because now somebody is, at a crossroads with the communication that ain't being had. Like this, and I ain't gonna even say it's ain't being had. It's some hidden communication somewhere that somebody ain't telling another person. And it could have been somebody in the past, from somebody in the past, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that juggled you. Somebody was juggling income, or they were juggling income, they finances, and what path they, where to put their energy into, where to put their time. They prioritizing and shit like that. Like however they were juggling their finances, somebody was dealing with that. They were juggling, but it's like now somebody is gonna have to, accept, where they at right now financially because of how they played their situation. Like somebody didn't play their cards right. They may have been juggling, streams of income, or, trying to go into some type of business with somebody that ain't worth going, and they got a shady deal, or they got some type of unfair competition that they put somebody in. And it's like somebody may have, had somebody that had like a decent job or something like that, what they do for work. They may have made a little more money than you did, or they made a little more money than this person did. But it's like somebody does things, with other people's information, or somebody's information in particular, because of what they do for work. Like they got access to certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like records or information, as far as like your social, your personal life. Like they might work in, the justice system somewhere. They may have found out, you was in some type of domestic violence situation, or you got a traffic stop. You got arrested for this. You had something in your car. They found this, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's somebody that does things, you know what I'm saying, to help you. But if you cross them, if they feel like, how people like, what you gonna do for me if I do that for you? And if what you giving them, or if they feel like, you taking a liking to somebody, that somebody put somebody in a third party with somebody that is very low down. Like somebody may have had somebody they was involved with that was very low down, very spiteful. You know what I'm saying? Like if they feel like, this person got somebody else they involved with, they'll find a way to like make that person, like create obstacles for them, like make hardship for them. You know what I'm saying? To where they start to feel like, damn, where this coming from? This ain't start happening until I got with this person. And you may not even know they got somebody else or been dealing with somebody else, whether it's a relationship or situationship, you know what I'm saying? A cut buddy kind of thing, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But it's that moment of truth where somebody now is looking at, being at a crossroads, you know what I'm saying, with what they want to say, or, the communication that they know is going to need to be said. Like if somebody know they got to come towards you and tell you something, it's like they don't know if you already know and what you know. Like they don't even want to date. Somebody don't even want to come towards you and fuck around and find out what you know, because that means you done got them face to face now. You know what I'm saying? You can give a description, whatever. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, this Queen of Wands is somebody that's, trying to, you know what I'm saying, hold back communication about something because they want to keep another person from being able to make a decision. And they feel like if they hold back this information, it'll keep you from being able to find out, what direction to go in, or damn. Because it could be a past person got involved with somebody and they knew what that person was into, maybe, a bit too late, or maybe they was, knew what they was into, and they may have, you know what I'm saying, found out at the last minute this person, threw you in the mix and was doing this shit to you, or they was doing this shit to you and this person ended up falling for you, you know what I'm saying, or liking you, or like trying to keep that person, from doing that, or not knowing that person did it. And by the time they did, this person may not have known that that person, whoever they were with, was like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say they didn't know they wasn't like that. I just feel like this person know if they come back around to you, even if it's family, you know what I'm saying, a family member, if somebody know, like, if they come back around you, they want to know if you know what they know, if you know what they did. You know what I'm saying? With this page of swords. And it's like somebody want to come in and like have some type of indirect communication with you, and like, how somebody will say, girl, how about, I was sitting up there and got a letter in the mail that said something about somebody ended up getting my information. I had to do this and that to my email, or somebody start calling my phone, or found out somebody used my social and shit like that. Like, that shit ain't never happened to you. It's like that. And it's like they want to see what they can bring up, you know what I'm saying, to see if you gonna bring up something that doesn't happen to you, like if you aware and how much you know, you know what I'm saying, that by way of like you telling something about you, like somebody gonna give you a story about them in exchange for something about you. But it's more or less them wanting to know if you know what, if you know what I'm saying, if something has happened to you, if you know who did it. It could be an authority figure. You know what I'm saying? That they could be off duty, or they could be, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah. It's like somebody wanting to know what you know. And it's like well, we just want to get you in and ask you some questions, but they already got the fucking answers to the question. They already got them. They just want to see how much of it you know, and how much of it you going to admit that, you aware of, and how how you aware of it. Like, how did you find out? That, like that. This shit crazy. Cause somebody gotta make a decision. I don't give a damn if it's the wrong one. They gotta make a decision with this Two of Pentacles in reverse. And it's like, they gonna have to wait until something, like, somebody can't make a decision right now, cause it's like, when the time comes, they'll know, and then they'll, it'll be time for them to make that move. And it's like somebody don't even want to come towards you unless they know for certain that it's a good time to do that. Mm. Mm-mm. I don't know if somebody put your name in something that they got into, but what's this Two of Swords about? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. With the Six of Wands in reverse. Somebody don't want you to know just how unproductive, you know what I'm saying, shit done been, you know what I'm saying, for them. Like, if somebody went out of their way to, like, get information on you or something like that, or, in any kind of way like that, it's like, this is at a time where somebody, may have thought, you know what I'm saying, it's like when you was in a low point or something like that, or this is how this person is. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Like, somebody, was not where they were at the same time. Like, at this point in time in your life, you may have been, going through some things. You may have been in your South Node. You know what I'm saying? Don't have to be. But you could have been going through some, you know what I'm saying? Life could have been lifing the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody may have taken advantage of information or social, a birthday, your photo and stuff like that, your resume, whatever. It's like somebody may have used, something about your background or something on file, against you to, like, make obstacles for you. You know what I'm saying? Keep somebody from hiring you, keep somebody from, suggesting you, or keep somebody from, finding some type of interest in you or liking you. It's like that. Like somebody to look into something for them on you, and it's like somebody wanted to use that as a way to like discredit you, or like put you down, or um it's something like that. But this is like, maybe something that somebody was doing at the time, maybe because you wasn't where you at right now. Like you may have not been doing as well as you doing now. And it's like somebody may have been using that to their advantage, because you maybe was in and out of work or something like that. So it wasn't like you was gonna know they were using this or doing this. You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy, bro. But it's like when this two of Pentacles is in reverse. You know what I'm saying? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and you got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody could be born in 82, somebody could be 28, 22. But yeah, somebody definitely, is looking at how this may not be a good time for them to like dive into nothing else, when it comes to the finances, or like trying to balance something out. Like, because right now this person is at, like, not only at a crossroads, but they also dealing with this like time management. You know what I'm saying? Like something was not a good time for somebody. And I feel like they may have, wanting something to pass, or they wanting something to, like an opportunity to present itself before, something like waiting on some type of sign or something like that. But it's like they just gonna have to, play the hand that they got, because until it's a time for them to like make a change. Because right now somebody money ain't, and them trying to balance like money and finances, like it's hard for them right now. It's hard. Like somebody may have lost their job or something like that, or somebody was at a time using, somebody else at a time where it's like causing them to lose their job or some shit like that. Because somebody doing something in the dark, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to keep, their name, or, their involvement from coming out. Because they know, like, if it come up, it's going to be about, it's somebody going to know, like, that's why they lost their job, or that's why they, um, were going through something and it couldn't get to work or something like that. Mm. And you may not have been able, at the time to even do nothing about it at the time. Two of Pentacles in reverse. But the minute the time permit itself, you'll be able to do something. Like now that you know what I'm saying, something is being revealed, or when something is revealed, like this may not be a good time to do something or go after somebody. But it, you know what I'm saying, the moment present itself is like, and somebody could be doing this to somebody, like, clarify this Two of Pentacles in reverse. Clarify the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Like if somebody know they were dealing with somebody that like put you in a bad situation, and like caused some obstacles for you or something, like they could want to tell you about it, but the fact that they knew about it, or knew the person involved or whatever, like they know you will bring them up on charges too. Like it ain't gonna mean nothing. What's the Two of Pentacles in reverse? Like it could be a past person's person. It's like shit. If I find out your past person and your person been up to no good, yeah, both of y'all gonna get it. It's like that. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Clarify. But they know you're gonna use your discernment. They know it. They know you're gonna use your intuition, and when you do, it's like, or they know that you did whenever something happened. What's this Two of Pentacles in the reverse about? Clarify this Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, got the Two of Wands with the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. The minute some time present itself, like somebody is, gonna have to, take that leap of faith. And this could be related to work, or it could be related to, some type of um situation that somebody in, like whatever obstacle or whatever, this job or something like that they got going on, whatever it is that requires them to take action in a situation, or to move forward. It's like it's showing like some type of control, you know what I'm saying, that somebody getting now, like in their life or in a situation, like they didn't have something at the time. Like somebody may not have been where they need to be financially, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody may have had a lot of things on their plate, and they may have been dealing with somebody that may have been, they may have been codependent for a little while, or somebody was using another person, to get out of their situation, or to, you know what I'm saying, like trying to. It's like somebody that don't want to fucking work using another person, getting something or getting a bag off the back of somebody else. Like making, you know what I'm saying, do, you know what I'm saying, their neck bills and what they got going on off the back of somebody else, because they ain't, you know what I'm saying, they not where they want to be at right now. So it's like somebody kicking somebody when they down, like, damn, so they into this, they do that. I could just use their information, just tell them this and say that, it's like that. It's like somebody know that another person is going to have a better chance at getting something. But it's like if somebody pillow talk with somebody and they were like, somebody that is not somebody that you would follow. This is not somebody that you would, supposed to trust, leaving them to run a business, like shit, stay here and watch this how I come back. This ain't that person. And they'll, tell you the store got robbed and you get back, but then they'll tell you don't even know how the person looked when they already know who the person was, because they knew the person was coming because they set it up. This is what I'm talking about. It's somebody like this. You got the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck with the Chariot and the Judgment. Like somebody sees somebody like as a success story, or they see somebody, as like a wish come true. You know what I'm saying? But the obstacles that it come with, is about somebody actually having to take control of they, you know what I'm saying, they life, you know what I'm saying, and stop blaming other people, or stop ignoring, red flags when it come to the company you keep. You know what I'm saying? Like you responsible for, where you at right now, because it's choices. It's not mistakes. It's not, oh, I just, was in a bad place. Ain't we all? Haven't we all been in a bad place? But being in being in them bad places are only temporary. And if you find yourself constantly back and forth in some bad situations, it's because motherfuckers throwing shit your way. Or it's the way you went through something, you know what I'm saying, you're going through it again. It's not meant for you to go through it the way and come out of it the way you did. You missed something. You missed something. Or you didn't, you know what I'm saying, come out, with the understanding and the lesson that you needed. So you're going to go around that mountain one more time. You know what I'm saying? It's meant for you to, get if you don't get it right the first time, you're going to go through it to you. What's that song? Just do it. Just do it till you get it right. Yeah, it's something like that, child. Listen, you're going to have to do it till you get it right. And then you move on to the next, lesson that you put in your scroll, that you would come on this earthly plane, to gain experience and knowledge of. You know what I'm saying? So that you may ascend. 8 of Pentacles in the upright. You know what I'm saying? So that you can get to the ascension. It ain't like 12 years in school. We talking about spiritual graduation. You know what I'm saying? So somebody want to, they want to come forward. Forward movement. Anything else? But yeah, July could be of significance. Let me see what this DMV work got to do with anything. Clarify this DMV work. What's this DMV work out here for? You got the Six of Pentacles. Taurus energy with the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This DMV worker could be somebody that, you know, like I said, it could be domestic violence. It could be, you know what I'm saying, a Department of Motor Vehicles worker. You know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody could be also, you know, a very giving person. That could be a charity giver. You know what I'm saying? They could work at a charity, you know, place where they, you know, like I said, help battered women, you know, in domestic situations and stuff like that. But this is somebody that's very giving. Whoever this is, they could be a Taurus, whoever this DMV worker is. Um, like this could be somebody that, you know, works at a place like this, but it's like this charity, wherever this person is giving at, or they, you know, resourceful, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, you know, that's very generous, very giving, you know what I'm saying? They love helping people, you know, whether it's kids, because it's got two kids, you know, here, you know, and somebody like giving. So they could, you know, work, you know, in this, you know, the system and stuff like that when they come to battered women, you know, children, stuff like that. Um, but they, you know how somebody play on somebody kindness and stuff like that. And with the Four of Swords, this is like somebody, you know, wanting to, like somebody could be healing right now from like whatever, you know, a situation may have caused or whatever it came with, because it's like somebody wanting to cause some type of truce, or they, you know, just, you know, resting and, you know, like taking some time away, like doing some introspection, like, you know, looking, you know, at themselves, looking at assessing the situation and things like that. But somebody could also be, you know, in solitude, you know, right now too, when it comes to communication, because somebody want to lay something to rest, like bring some type of peace to a situation. Um, but they could be, you know, wanting to resolve things quietly. You know what I'm saying? And this could be, yeah, especially somebody seeing somebody, you know, is very giving and stuff like that. Because you got the the Four of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. Give me some more on this DMV worker. Give me some more on this DMV worker. Got the Ace of Cups. And you got the Star at the bottom of the deck. Aquarius energy, you got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio right here with the Ace of Cups. Mm. This is a new love. This is a new beginning. And I feel like this DMV worker is somebody that, you could be this DMV worker, but it's like somebody want to come in and give you, this equal give and take, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to, um, a new opportunity, new love, whatever it is that have, you know, decided you want to do with yourself, you know what I'm saying, whatever I would say emotional awakening, you know what I'm saying, that may have happened here. Because I feel like somebody now, is, discovering some new feelings, that they didn't have at one time before as well. Um, and it's also somebody seeing something in a new way as well. I'm getting like somebody is, whoever this is, it's like somebody, you know, is into somebody. I don't know if a DMV worker is like interested, like in a love, connection or something like that. So for somebody in particular, like that could be a DMV worker that's interested in you or something, that may want to give you like an equal give and take, or they, coming off as somebody that, is very generous. You know what I'm saying? Whoever this new love opportunity, or you opening your heart to new love or something like that. Whoever this person is, they could be a DMV worker. So take it how it resonates. So I'm getting this also. Whoever this is, they got your heart open to new love. Like, no, it's cool to have boundaries, but you got missing your voice on here. Somebody missing your voice. But mm, but you got a new love coming in. And this could be, let me see if this is a past person. DMV worker. I'm getting a lot of shit off the DMV card, child. Give me some more on this DMV worker. 8 of Cups. Pisces energy. somebody walking away from whatever this is that no longer serves them. Like somebody feel as though whatever they walking away from is worth what they going toward. Like somebody feels like, they not gonna settle for nothing less. So it's like somebody also knows that they may not have no other choice but to let something be the way it is. Okay. Now, whoever this is, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, like somebody made whatever it is they walking away from, and whoever they walking away from, it could be something that they just don't care about anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like they may be, walking away from a DMV worker, that they were involved with or something like that, and it's like that person may not feel for them, like they thought they did. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever they thought was love wasn't really that. Whatever they thought was um they were in love with, or whoever they thought they were in love with they wasn't really that person. And it's like now somebody's having like this new emotional awakening. Like somebody's had, some, undiscovered emotion, you know what I'm saying, that they had. Like something, the been brewing in somebody about another person, you know what I'm saying? And it's maybe given, the fact that this person, was not trying, it's something they couldn't control. But I feel like, they know, yeah. Like if somebody know where something is better is, if they want better for themselves, like they know where that is, but they can't, how that song, I just can't keep, I think it's by Stephanie Mills, and it's called I Just Can't Go On Being Your Secret Lady, Mystery Lady. Yeah, like somebody don't want to keep going on, being, because it's like somebody don't want to accept nothing less. You know what I'm saying? Or they know somebody's not going to accept nothing less. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to be a question whether somebody going. Because I feel like somebody know they going to have to accept, how something is, or they know how something is going to be, and they may not care. They may have done all they could now, to make something, go in their favor. It just didn't, work out. They may have tried this. Yeah. I don't know if somebody got involved with a DMV worker or something like that, and they may have, tried to be with outside people, more than one time, and it just never worked out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever something was like, with somebody, it's like it's not like that now. Like, and it's like now somebody maybe they got tired of going back and forth or being in a cycle with somebody or just with themselves, and just leaving something be, because it's at this point like somebody gonna resent, the fact that they didn't take their ass on and work on themselves or work something out, because they know they can be a better person, or they know somebody is worthy of what they asking, what they, what I'm saying, what they saying they want, they worthy of it, man or woman. But got the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. And the Two of Cups in reverse with the Page of Cups. Yeah, the Three of Swords in reverse. Somebody got options. And them options, is what confuses a lot of things. These opportunities, these, wishful thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because when you delusional and got a real unbalanced way of seeing something, unrealistic way of, seeing how something gonna go, because it can't go, 100 million damn ways if you got a hidden agenda, attached to every damn decision it is. Like you either gonna be genuine about what you do and stand on what it is you said, or you're not. It ain't no in between. So I feel like somebody knows that this opportunity and new love, or somebody coming in and giving you this equal give and take, is at a time where somebody knows that you're not going to accept nothing less. I mean, if they got options and they feel like, they need to have this, selective, people, somebody, they can call on and be there. Like if they feel like they need a variety and shit like that, to each his own. But I feel like, that may have caused, some trust issues in a situation, in a decent connection with somebody, that, that was the one thing that may have gotten in the way, is because somebody, was, maybe involved with somebody that, or they know there was a mutual thing between you and them, but it may have been the fact that this person knows that, they done messed up the trust. So Page of Cups with the Three of Swords in reverse. Somebody know they want to come in with some type of, expression, what I'm saying, expressing their love, telling you something they didn't tell you before, shit like that, because they're heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, is not dealing with a loss very well, but it's also the fact that they know why the breakup even happened and had to happen, maybe. All right. So this could have been somebody, this DMV worker, you know, um, they could have, this DMV worker could have been somebody that walked away from a connection that they gave a lot to, and it just wasn't going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? The person they may have been involved with, may have had other people they were, moving around with, and this person, was doing, like, may have been married. I haven't got there yet, but take it how it resonates. All right. But this DMV worker could be, unrelated to this, when it comes to whoever this is that, use some indirect communication about you, that they possibly now asking a lot of curiosity questions to see, if you, how much you know, and, to what, what I'm saying, what you know and how much you know. Like, if you know, I mean, that's probably the same thing, but like, it's, they want to know, like, somebody want to know if you still living here, you work there, stuff like that. Is that person, do they know who this is? Do they know how to find that? You think they may know about this? You think if they knew this, they'll do this? Yeah. You gotta ask. But I'm gonna end it here. Collective, you guys make sure you do something nice for someone today, even if you don't know them. This is Intuitive Tarot. Make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button on your way out. Until next time, those of you that genuinely love me, know that I love you too. Mwah. Bye.